Hi everyone, welcome. Let's get started. So we're beginning on our mats here. We want to come onto all fours with our wrists under our shoulders, hips just on top of our knees. We're going to work into a cat-cow here. So inhale to start. We're going to bring that chest all the way up. Gaze is going to come up, arching the spine. And exhale, curl and tuck that tailbone under. Gaze comes in between the thighs. Inhale, open that chest up. And exhale, curl. So we're trying to move and wave with the spine here. This should be really good. Chest is staying open here. Moving as much as we can, articulating every vertebrae. And curling under. Exhaling all the air out of the lungs here. Coming back to a neutral spine here, we're going to bring those hips back down and around in a circle. So bringing the hips over to the left this time and rotating them all the way around back to center. So dropping those hips over to the right, back and around and over to the left. This time bringing the chest and neck into this, so we're going to drop our head down and rotate it around in a circle. So from here we want to make sure that we're moving our hips with our head in opposite positions, rotating in opposite directions, just feeling as much movement every way we can, loosening up all those spots. We're going to bring our legs back and drop ourselves down onto our stomachs. Coming into some back bends, we're going to bring our hands and just stack them one on top of each other, dropping our forehead on top. Legs are just going to be about hip distance apart. So we're going to bring our head up and the gaze is going to come up as if we're following a marble out in front of us. So inhale to prepare and exhale. Bring the gaze up and back down. And again, we're going to bring the gaze just slightly up, not dropping the head too far down. Feeling a nice expansion of the chest here as well. Inhale and exhale as we align the spine here. This time bringing our hands just underneath our shoulders, so the elbows are going to be pushing down. We're going to put some weight in our hands here. Doing the same thing, we're going to just slowly come up a little bit higher. Inhale and exhale, forehead back down towards the mat. So when we come up here, we're going to place some weight in our hands. Elbows are pressing down. And exhale back to center. And again, inhale. And exhale. Moving into a full swan here. So putting a little more pressure in the hands. Shoulders are back. We're going to push ourselves up. Trying to come up on top of the bottom ribs here. And exhale back down. So just working with your own range of motion here. We're trying to make sure that the glutes aren't engaged. We're keeping the weight in the hands. Trying to get as much movement here as we can. Inhale that chest up. And holding here. Trying to straighten those forearms as much as we can. Drop the head down a little bit. Move that neck up and back. And all the way back down. So we're going to come onto our forearms this time. So we're working with a single leg kick here. So we're going to bring the leg back. It's going to kick your bum twice. Kick, 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 and reach the leg. So over to the left side, kick, kick, and reach. Right side, kick, kick, and reach. And left side. So we're flexing those glute and hamstrings as we do this. Kick, kick. Reach that leg back, point the toe, and one more time on the left. All right, double leg kick. So hands are going to come either resting on top of the lower back or interlaced. Gaze is coming over to the right side. So we're going to kick both of those legs back 3 times. Kick, 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 reach. So arms are reaching back, chest is reaching forward, and again over on the other side. Kick, kick, and reach. Gaze comes over to the right. Kick those legs. Kick, kick, reach those arms back, open that chest, and over to the other side. Reach reach back. One more time. Reach and flexing that whole back side of the body here. And coming back down, chest comes down, pushing ourselves into a child's pose. So keeping those toes together, we're going to bring those knees apart. Chest is going to be reaching down here. We're going to some deep inhales and exhales, breathing into the back side of the body, feeling a nice stretch in the shoulders and the chest. Inhale here. And exhale. So we are going to articulate a little bit more here like we were doing before, pushing ourselves up just a little bit, putting the weight in our hands, so curling those hips up, the bum's going to come up, curling that spine just like we did in the cat-cow, and exhale, bring the hips back down. So putting the weight in the hands, push. Feeling a nice stretch in those shoulders. It's a really hard place to stretch. Coming onto all fours and into a mermaid position. So one leg is in front of the other here. Our right leg in front and our left leg behind. We're gonna reach that left arm up and bring it behind our head. We're just trying to stretch and feel the space which is within the ribs here in the front body. So we're just going to take some deep inhales, and on every exhale, try and stretch a little bit more, feel a little bit more of a stretch, a little bit deeper every time here. Inhale, bring that hand back down, bring the right arm back, and we'll do a counter stretch here. So stretching over the other side. The left hand is down, pressing down. Feeling a nice stretch on the right side of the body. And back to inhale. We'll bring that hand down and they're going to rotate the left hand all the way down to the mat. So the chest is facing parallel to the other end of the mat. Inhale that chest up. And exhale, we're going to try and expand the chest as we curl in. Inhale, the gaze comes up. And exhale. So we're feeling a nice stretch on the left side of the body here. Still working with articulation. And back to center. Switching sides here. Left leg's coming forward, right leg's back. Bring that right arm above our head. And put the weight in the left. Inhale into those ribs. And exhale. Deep inhales. And slow exhales. All right, inhale one more time. Exhale, reach that arm up. Bring the other one over to the other side. Counter stretch here. This will really improve your posture once you're able to move the spine in all directions. Inhale into those ribs. And exhale, bring the hands over. We'll bring that right hand over towards the left. The chest is reaching to the other side of the mat. Inhale here. Stretch that right side. And exhale, curl. Inhale that gaze up and exhale down. Inhaling and exhaling.
All right, friends, let's get
Bringing
started.
both hands down.
Beginning
We're
on
going to
the
come
mat.
into a kneeling
We're gonna
position
come
here.
Onto all fours.
So we're just going to work with the
Those
toes.
hips on top of
So
our
the toes are going to come up
knees and our shoulders
and
on top
down.
of our
So
wrists,
starting
working
here with
into
the
a
toes
cat-cow. We're
pointed,
going to inhale,
bringing the
open
hips
up that
back.
chest, curl the spine,
and
exhale,
dropping those
pull the
those
air
feet down.
out.
Inhale
Curl the spine under, gaze comes to the
and
belly button.
exhale.
And
So
again,
we're using the
inhale,
abdominals here
articulating
and
that
the
spine
glutes
all
and the
way up as we
hamstrings,
arch.
but we're also just
And exhale,
moving
curl
those
that tailbone under.
ankles around in
Gaze
different
comes down.
positions.
And again, inhaling.
Trying to fully align the body. The hands are reaching
and
forward this
articulating
time
the wave of the spine.
with the feet pointing down.
As we exhale,
Just trying to squeeze those hamstrings and
inhale,
glutes.
reach that chest open. Feel the
And back to
expansion of that
center.
chest.
Exhale.
And exhale, curl.
All right, hands come down. We're going to come into a low squat
This
here.
time coming
So we're trying to
into
bring
a
our
neutral
heels all the way down
position.
to the mat. The
We're just
toes are
gonna drop
pointing
our hips
outwards.
back to the right.
Elbows are going to
and
come in
up and
between.
around.
Hands are in
So
a prayer
bring them over to the
position.
left
So the
this
elbows are
time,
actually
just
pushing out.
circulating the hips.
Chest is
Trying to
staying
move
open.
them
We're trying to
back
keep the gaze forward.
and around.
Open up
Feeling
that
a nice
chest.
movement there.
A long spine
Over
here.
to the left.
And we're just going to
This
rotate
time we're going to bring our
around those
head
ankles,
into the movement here. So
massaging
drop the
in
head over
circles
to the
here.
left
If your
and
heels are
right.
lifted, don't worry here.
Circular
Just try and do a
motion
little
here.
bit of the movement.
Drawing the hips in and moving them in the
And
opposite
switch
direction.
directions.
Just feeling all the movement.
Back to center, keeping that chest, pushing with those hands, feeling the energy in the hands.
And back to center. Neutral spine here. Bringing those legs back and dropping
Inhale those hands up. We're going to come all the way up to standing position.
So bring your hands just under our head.
So arch the spine
those hands on
back
top of
and
each other.
exhale,
Push our
chin to
forehead
chest,
down.
articulate the spine
And our
all
legs
the
are
way
about hip distance
down.
apart here.
Feel every
So
vertebrae.
we're just going to work into some back
Inhale,
bends
we're going
here.
to tuck
So inhale, we're
tailbone
going to bring
under,
that gaze
and exhale,
just out in
roll all
front
the
of
way
us. So as if a
Arms come
marble's
above our
rolling
head.
out and we're watching it.
Just reaching
Exhale,
back, a
rolling
slight
that
back
head
bend
back
here.
down on top of our
And exhale back to
hands.
center.
And again,
Coming back
inhaling.
down.
Chest
Thanking
comes up,
yourself
gaze comes forward.
for aligning your body
and
today.
exhale. So feeling a nice stretch in the
Namaste.
front body here. Making sure that we're